We are working on the pier. That's right. I've done a number of things since the last stream. Added a carousel with the horsies. There's Stuck. Managed to do that. That took forever. Oh my. What gives? Like, why do the textures suddenly not work? And now they're back. Now they're gone. That's so weird. That doesn't happen to me unless I'm actually working on something. I don't know. Just very weird to me. Very, very weird. I'm going to double check, make sure we're streaming again. Most of these streams just have to do with, ensuring that we're on the air. Okay, it's saying I'm live now on YouTube. That's good. It takes forever. I'm going to double check, make sure we're streaming again. Most of the Woo boy, we're streaming on the YouTubes. Welcome those of you who are watching on YouTube. We're streaming on and we're streaming on Twitch as well. Good deal, good deal, good deal. All right. I guess you just have to trust that the stream is going to start on time. And that's honestly, I'm wondering if that's why so many streamers just sort of have the pre-stream. I mean, I've always had a pre-stream, but you always kind of see it with like 10 minutes, or 5 to 10 minutes seems to be sort of the medium. But I don't know. I always just thought it was kind of weird. Stream was solid last time. I did fully capture it on YouTube and Twitch, so no complaints there. Speaking of complaints, what do I want to do here? Been kind of fighting this building a little bit. The design of it is... it's not my favorite, but it's a little quirky. Quirky? I like it. Added this. I think this is going to be some sort of like bakery or, pastry place. This your typical t-shirt place. This will probably be some sort of amusement arcade of some sort. This will definitely be selling something like ice cream. This might be like the information. Something like that. Not entirely sure just yet. This red building. What do I want this red building to be? I'm not sure yet. Didn't mean to break it. You break it, you buy it. Yeah, so the carousel, I think this will have to be some sort of combined building where you buy your tickets for the carousel, but you can also maybe purchase merch or something. I don't know, because it doesn't make sense. Like, this is an awfully big booth or building to just ride the carousel. You know what I mean? So that seems kind of weird. You know what we could do? We could do it so that you buy your ticket. I don't know. We need a restroom, but I don't necessarily want to put the restroom by the carousel. But we could easily do something like that to where if we're purchasing something, we could have sort of a sneak restroom here to where, yeah, we could do that. So like if we honestly just sectioned it off real slim shady, and maybe did something. I guess I don't need this fence, do I? Yeah, that's kind of doing the job for us. And honestly, if I wanted to scrunch this in more, this whole fence, we could shift it down one. But until we need more real estate, I'm not gonna freak out about it. But yeah, so then essentially what this becomes here is this could become, restrooms, public restrooms for everybody. Yeah, that works. So this would be the access for the staff to get in to work this particular small booth. Somebody essentially be standing here and selling tickets to the people as they come in. I think I do want to No, what we'll do is, see, that's the thing. It's like, do we want to put it here? Hmm. Could you be waiting in line an awful long time? Yeah, we'll do that. And then we can, well, we really can't put anything here, can we, though? That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Oh, well. But yeah, public restroom here. So let's make this building, gray, light gray maybe. Let's see what that looks like. It's a very bland building. You don't want to make a restroom all fantasy-like, I suppose. You want to make the fantastical elements stand out. You want to make the not so grand elements blend in, right? I suppose if we really wanted to, we could make this side, this one real vibrant color and kind of just leave this alone. I don't know. Only one way to find out. Just keep on keeping on. So we'll get rid of that. The horses were quite interesting, though, because there's this glass here that you can't see from a distance, which is great. I'm so appreciative of that. You only see sort of the little notch here and the little notch here, and so far these guys have pretty much stayed where they needed to. I mean, of course you can kind of see them spinning around, but then that right there is perfect. If you just stay right there, I kind of like that they try to jump up and down though, because it does look like they're a little bit more animated than they actually are. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Okay. How's that look? Yeah, not the best. Maybe just do the front. Do the front where it's a real bright color. And of course, we can't use that orange. I've already used this blue. I've used dark blue here. I'm using this bright blue there. Using yellow. What about pink? Why? This is. Hold on. I've got to look at my. Got my. There we go. There we go. Had to tweak a setting real quick. Is this is not the same pink? No. Are we going to be far enough away to make this happen? Let's do it like this. I am curious to see. So I am playing a little bit of music just for myself, and it's not actually on the stream. So we'll actually see if this will VOD appropriately. And what I'm hoping is that I can hear the music and my microphone isn't sensitive enough, or the other stuff isn't sensitive enough to be like, well, now you can't upload this video because, you're breaking all the rules. I'm curious to see. I'm doing a little experiment in that aspect, just to see if my stuff will be here in my room currently, but won't be getting picked up by the mic enough to where if I don't talk if I'm not constantly talking, if the what is it, the not arithmetic, algorithms. Why can I not say that word? Oh my gosh, am I learning something about myself today? Oh, I can't even talk. I'm just interested to see. So that's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, this already looks better. Now I've just got to figure out what kind of roof I'm going to use. Let's just go ahead and top it off like so. It's a lot taller than I want it to be, so maybe knock that off. Oh, slabs. What kind of slabs have we not really used that much? We got this. I mean, we've got a lot of colors and all this stuff here, so I'm trying to keep it. I don't know. Trying to keep it light and fluffy. I've been using a lot of prismarine over here as well. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know. Wood? I mean, maybe birch? Let's grab some birch stuff and see what kind of damage we can do. Got the stairs already. There we go. And oak. Just see what happens. What's the difference? Petrified oak and oak slab. Interesting. That might be something we change in the texture pack so that there's just subtle differences there. So whenever we're doing, stuff like this, we could sort of make a darker one and stuff and just sort of age it a little bit. That might be interesting. I'm going to write that down right now actually and be like, hey, just literally go in and just do like a slight contrast change on, and is that the only petrified? That's literally the only. That's interesting. That's the only version of that. Why does that even exist? I'm really curious about that. I feel like I've heard about it, but I've not actually seen anybody take advantage of it. I highly doubt I would be the first one to do so, But you never know. You never know. What kind of roof do I want here? I'm not getting any inspiration, so we'll come back to this later. I've got plenty of other things I can do. I want to finish up this Ferris wheel, so I've been working on this. It's taken me a long time to figure out exactly what colors I want to use, what kind of configurations, that kind of thing. All simply based on the fact that you want to look at it from a distance, but you also want to look at it up close and not have it look terrible, I suppose. So that's been a bit of a struggle, but we're making it work. Okay. So we've got some stairs here to do this. And I know we have another block like a so. Yes, and so we're going to use andesite. I've just got to remember the color palette. So I'm doing every other cart here. Come on. This was a little tricky trying to figure out exactly where we would put certain elements of this build. But I think it looks pretty good. Again, kind of going on the Prismarine side. I think it's been working out pretty well. Okay, so that is an oak fence. Are these all just oak? Yeah. Okay, so all these are oak. Oak. And then let's see. Nope, that was not the way to do that. Yeah, placing these is a little tricky, just because it's hard to place this block here when there's nothing underneath it. So we shall work on that. Oops. Go like that. But yeah, we worked on last stream, sort of figuring out exactly what this was. I think I maintained the original diameter, and I just kind of made it work. I want to say it's 25, but don't quote me on that. Decided to use the iron bars to kind of help blend these in a little bit. What's really nice about using these gates is that villagers will not attempt to open them. So we could easily just toss a villager in here and they won't go anywhere, which is really nice. They won't they won't try to open the door and jump. That's what I do in my survival world. I just use the trapdoors and it's all good. Oh, the other thing I just realized is that these guys are going to be just regular old plain villagers. That's interesting. Let's make that work, won't we? Yes, and so then we've got this one here. I guess really what I should be doing So I should do the bottom first. I should just place the one block and then just do the wraparound. Because then that's just going to make the process a lot easier. It's fewer blocks to break. Get the job done on time. There we go. Oops. Gotta kind of sort of bend your wrist a little bit to make that one work. Go ahead and throw a villager in there. That's cool. I wonder how far you can you see them from a pretty good distance? Zoom. I don't think you can. That's unfortunate. Ah, bummer. When do you start seeing the... Oh, right there. That's not bad. Oh, so it's... Boop. How far away is that? So we are 175... 174... So it's about 75-ish blocks before these guys get unloaded. I'm going to get loaded, bro. That is good to know. That was knowledge that I did not have until just now. I suppose I've never also tried it, so that's how you learn. And some of this stuff could change once I get this whole thing built. I did change the queue line. It used to be much bigger than this, but I really, really wanted to put a restaurant here and sort of these picnic tables. I still really haven't sectioned out any good place for people to fish. I think this, or honestly, this area is probably better for it. Since this will be sort of a main walkway, we'll probably put some hot dog vendors and stuff like that, since there is places to sit. So not only will there be places to sit here, but we'll also put a few places here, I suppose, which is a little dangerous. I don't know if regulations would allow that. Haven't really quite settled on where exactly my world is located. It's in the United States. I just don't know where exactly. So this fence may actually extend this way, which makes me think that we could have moved this Ferris wheel to be here, and then we could have moved this building to be underneath it here. But to each his own. Although, I guess if it's coming down, we really can't have a building here. So this is going to just have to be dead space, and we're just going to have to be okay with it. Just going to have to be okay with it. One thing I just thought about, though, was birds. We could definitely have some birds flying around here. It'd be really, really cool if they added a seagull into Minecraft. That's wishful thinking. That'd be a really nice bird to have around here. We've got seagulls in Indiana, which I just have never understood. Like, we'll just have a parking lot, pretty much like an abandoned parking lot, and there'll just be like 1,000,000 seagulls. Maybe not 1,000,000, but at least 200. It's like, where did these things come from? And why are they here? There's no ocean around here. I know they're just birds per se, but come on. I'd much rather be on an ocean. Not in Indiana. Okay, how many more carts? Just one more? I'm sure I've messed this up at some point. Had an odd or an even number, so that worked out in our favor. Wow. Did you see how terrible I was at placing that block? We need stone. I think this palette works pretty well. Of course, this is all prismarine in stone for the most part, but then you sort of get this magenta and then the purple blocks. I think they look pretty good. Again, just trying to add that contrast so when you see it from a distance, it's going to look real good. Nice. I think that works out. I think that's about as small as I could probably comfortably make it. Otherwise, it would get pretty big and out of hand. So the next thing I need to do is fly back Okay, so this comes down 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. I think that's right. We'll double check. Yep. And then what is it? What did I do? 2, 3, 2, 3? Not quite. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. 3, 2. Good, buddy. 3, 2. And then, of course, I've got this restaurant to deal with right next to it. That works, because then you can still kind of squeeze this way. Again, just some dead space, because legally they're not going to allow you to run by there. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. I guess we could just do that and just leave this open. We'll just put a gate here, I suppose. That's spruce plank. Give me the gate. There we go. Yikes. I suppose employees maybe come over here. So instead of having the employee entrance here, we'll make them come in this way. Boom. Solved. Okay, so then place those blocks. And I guess that's what, 2? Yup. And then just fill in the blanks. Nice. There we go. Get it. Ferris wheel, probably have about an hour plus just designing it. And then I know I spent a pretty good chunk of time trying to figure out, these colors, which requires a lot of placing and going back and then looking and being like, no, that looks terrible, or, oh, that looks fine. Plus, what I wanted to do is I didn't want to just be like, okay, go this way, go that way, go that way. I kind of wanted to make it seem like it was in motion, like it was turning. So that was a real tough task. That's probably what I spent a bulk majority of the time. And I think it works. I think there's a couple places where I would wish it to be different, but I'm not going to point them out unless you see them yourself, and then you can be like, hey, that looks pretty terrible, man. What were you thinking? There we go. A lot of these are just 2 on 2, just at a diagonal, which I think helps. And then, of course, you get a couple of these that are a little tricky. You can see on the other side that I added the stairs, which helps sort of round it off. I typically don't. I typically do that, and then I look at it, and I'm usually never happy with it. 90% of the time I undo it, but in this case, I thought, no, I think we can make this work. So I just let it be. And then let's see. So that one, it's been really nice to be able just to reference this and not have to come up with it myself. Is that a 1 for or 2? That's a 1 for. Okay. And then that's another 2 on 2. And I think this is the last one. Nice. Nope. I lied. I'm a liar. And there we go. Okay. So now I'll use this smooth quartz stairs and just hit these transitions, and then step back and take a look. This Ferris wheel, I'll likely record a quick little segment on it for my YouTube channel to kind of get back in the saddle. See what kind of reaction it gets. I don't know. There are people consistently subscribing to my channel, and I'm extremely curious about that because I haven't published a video in over 2 years. But daily I get notifications that someone has subscribed, and I'm just like, man, do they even know? Do they even know? And I'll probably do a couple of follow-ups as well. I've gotten some questions about, my Jaws build that I did, where I built the Orca, the ship from Jaws. Having a lot of people wanting a tutorial, and I was just like, I need a tutorial. I can't even remember building that thing. I'm going to have to either watch the video real up close or attempt to figure out where that world went. I still think there's some issues with the contrast, but I'm gonna be okay with that. I think the colors look pretty good. I think the only thing that I'm gonna possibly do different is maybe add some weight at the bottom here. And I can't exactly just do one of these things. Like surround it, because then you can't get off the ride, or on the ride, I guess. So that doesn't work. That's a bummer. Wonder if we did it like this, though. This might work. Where instead of going all the way around, yeah, we just sort of anchor it this way. Yeah, I think that works. Gotta give your builds weight. I think that's, what do we do here? Well, if we're sticking with the theme, then that just means we just go back to square one on the door. That's fine. I would much rather have it look like it's locked into place. Well, that's the thing, even like most people aren't going to tuck their head under and look to see if these are all weighted down and what kind of textures they have, why there's not some andesite here blending these in. It's just me, though. It's the stuff that keeps me up at night. But yeah, you can't even, honestly, with Optifine, you have a better chance of sort of looking down and seeing it rather than just using vanilla, because if you're using vanilla, you're not going to see it. So there's that. But yeah, I like this. And I guess at this rate, I could just extend this fence out to here. And you know what we need to do? So we need to completely close that off. Yikes. The phone just went ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Text messages. Okay, we'll put that on vibrate. The old vibration. Yeah. Although, you know what issue this potentially presents? If that's there, the line for this ride, you'd have to come around here and go in, and then there'll be people ordering food here. So if we just put it here, it makes no difference. And then you can walk this way, wait while this is unloading, and then get on, and bada bing, bada boom. And then when you're done, da-da-da, da-da-da, done. But yeah, you don't want to go this way. We will not allow that. We will not allow that. So that means, again, a lot of unused space on this side, but hey, we got a Ferris wheel. We should be pretty pumped about that. I'm pretty stoked, so I can't complain. Yeah. So then I suppose we need to just go ahead and add another table here. I contemplated alternating these, but is what it is. I guess we could put one here. That'd probably work pretty well. So let's see. Let's get that. Where do we want it? Does this work? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this works. Oh, but you know what? It can't be there. It's got to be right here. If we're going to properly put the backs of the chairs on these. Like a so. Bummer. And then tabletop. Yep, that works. That works. All right. Well, that area's almost done. Again, still got to build that little sort of work shelter house there. Come up with a nice bland color for it. I need to make sure. I guess that's not going to be its final home at this rate. Can't exactly. Can't do one of these things, right? No, because then I close that one off. I keep wanting to do that. I keep just wanting to put. I kind of want to do this, where it's on the inside. But again, I can't do that on this. No, I can't do it on that one. It just looks kind of funny though now, doesn't it? Can't do it, man. Let's do maybe that. No. Man, again, let it be, man. It looks fine. It looks fine. Oh boy. All right. Let's do some gray. Let's do some concrete powder. I haven't really messed with light gray. And then, does light gray and stone, do those blend in pretty well, or even andesite? I don't know if... Yeah, andesite and light gray concrete might work pretty well. I think I'll use the andesite as my blend color. I think this, again, is going to be a real simple building. No frills. It's just here. May even scale it down a little bit. Yeah, that's a bummer we can't use that space. Oh well. A lot of unused space, and that just drives me crazy. But that's just how it rolls. All right, let's see. Let's just slab this guy up. Yeah, we'll just use this. Ooh, this is what we can do. And then use stone as the accent around this edge. Yes, this is working. And then come down and look at it. Yeah, again, it's just a non... Ah, shoot, I didn't think about that. No, we were going to use andesite, weren't we? I'm not fast enough. Yeah, and we'll just kind of... Yeah. We'll just kind of blend these in a little bit. Man. My mouse clicks. Slow. That one's good. And let's say... Put one there. Put one there. Ah. I think it's honestly the game. He's usually pretty good about that. Okay, how do we... I guess if we worked here... I guess we would come on here, right? I think you just come in this way. And so it makes sense to put the door here. And in this case, it's going to be an iron door. We're going to secure it. Yes. Secure it like so. Put that back there. And then put a button on this side. We'll blend in the button. Blend in the button. That's easy for me to say. Boop. And then come in. And then on this side, put a pressure plate. What color is this? Spruce. So again, we can just hide that. I love the fact that we have the variety of spruce, pressure plates. That actually kind of adds some texture. So that might actually just be nice to just sort of put them down occasional. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, that's going to be awesome. Sort of where they've just patched it a couple times. Oh, man. That's a detail that I didn't even think about. That's cool. Maybe 2 there, or it's, somebody did something real bad. Can we put them on? No, we can't put them on the inside of these. Can kind of put them here, though. That's nice. Oh, yeah. I think that's real nice. Yeah, it just adds a little bit of discrepancy. And then what we could also do, I know I still got that house to work on. Let's do something, well, actually use the right one. Do something like that. It would be nice to be able to sort of, can we do something? No. I'm trying to make it so where it's just one square. Like there's one here, 2, 3, 4. Just make it the top one. Kind of like this. Without, having this longer one here. Is there a way of tricking the game into doing that? I don't think there is. That's unfortunate. But, we could have, like someone's walking and they're like, oh, I tripped. It's pretty dangerous. Got to get our people fixing that ASAP. They'd have to come over here to the maintenance to get stove. Boop. Yeah. This makes a nice little... Oh, you know what I didn't even think about? That makes sense. We'll put some glass here. Some non-discrete glass. Do we just use the clear stuff? Maybe one's yellowed out over time. One of those just kind of janky. It's not great. It's not great. Let's do brown. Maybe it's oops. It's browned over time. Both of them. Yeah. Yeah. There's a smoker in there. There's a bunch of tar all over the walls. Gross. Let's see. I want to check something real quick. I'll look at that. Yeah. And that's good. I mean, again, it's not distracting, but you do notice it. You do see something's there, but you're not just completely sort of like, what is that thing? Even from over here. It's not necessarily what draws your eye. Zoom over to the lighthouse. Take a look from a distance. From a distance. Honestly, and I've kind of again, this is that 90% that I talked about. I'm struggling a little bit with the stairs on the Ferris wheel. So this is what we're going to do. So we're going to take them off this side. We're going to look at it. And then we're going to go the same equal distance and take a look and see which one is better. I think it's too busy. I think it might be too much detail. I just always want to connect and smooth this stuff out, but I don't know why I fight it all the time. Okay. Knock those out. Let's see. Get rid of that one. I didn't even put one there. Save myself some time. Okay. Now we're going to zoom over here. I have a feeling we're just going to abandon that idea. Might come over here and update this lighthouse a little bit, weather it up a bit. It's almost like it needs the detail to stand out. But at the same time, man, I'm torn. I'm real torn on this. We're coming in hot. Oh, that'll look nice on video. Yeah. That is I wish I was recording. That was an amazing shot. I'm gonna have to remember that. Oh, oh vey. I mean, that looks okay. Here's the other question. Now that I spent all that time placing those blocks, is it because this needs to be quartz? Does it need to be white? Where's the smooth quartz? There it is. Do we just go full blown blend on it? Yeah, we may have to. We just might have to. And that might give us just the perfect amount of contrast. Because this is obviously skewing on the blue hue. Skewing on the blue hue. And I feel like I did this, but I may have tried this before I did the stairs. And I kind of went back and forth. I'm pretty sure I've inverted the color, so rather than using this on the frame, I used it on, I guess, what would be the spokes. Do Ferris wheels have spokes? It is a wheel, I suppose. Ooh, that was bad. Oof. Did I do the wrong one? Did I not place that one at one point? Okay. So 1, 2, 3. No, that's good. Ugh. It's hurting my eyes. Everything's blending in too much. Of course, there's still the option that we would get rid of the stairs and keep the quartz frame. We can always do that on the other side and take a look. Unless I'm completely satisfied with the way this looks, we'll have to wait and see. I used walls to connect this stuff. I thought that was real nice. Did I get everything? Nope. Ooh, details, details. How did I miss all these? What the heck? Why did I think I was done? We missed all the blocks. I missed all the blocks. I won't put pressure on you in that way. It's my fault, not your fault. You're perfect. Okay. Say something. It looks kind of lumpy. Especially like here, where this block is. That's why I think getting rid of the stairs is probably best. Where did I see that missing block? There's one missing here. Maybe that's what I was seeing. Yeah, that's where I was seeing. I like these colors better. I don't think I like the stairs. I think the stairs are distracting. And not in a good way. What is this? It's just white terracotta. Man, those are real close to each other. Which is good, because again, just enough of a difference to make your eye go, Is that the same material? Are we looking at the same thing? Yeah. I'm leaning towards the 90% winning on this one again. I don't know. Maybe not. It's tricky. Building is tricky. This is what a lot of it is. Just fixing it, taking a step back and going, yup, that's it, or nope, start over. Okay. Do this. Man, I can't wait for Streamlabs to get their act together. So one of the issues that I had, one of many issues that I had one today where I was trying to add music in my scenes. So my pre-stream, my Be Right Back screen, and then my end of stream. And I was using some royalty-free stuff that I used to use on a lot of my YouTube videos. So I'm like, oh, these are going to be perfect. I know they're safe. I know what they sound like. So I started implementing them, and then I started working on scene transitions. And every time I tried to transition to every time I tried to go to the pre-stream or the end of stream, the music would like play for like half a second and then just stop. And I'd be like, oh, that doesn't sound right. And so I went looking, and it just seems like the documentation for Streamlabs is just limited. Basically, the most common answer you'll find is that it's like, oh yeah, they just implemented it, but it doesn't currently work. And it's just like, what? Like, why would you even bother putting it as something that I can finagle with? Like, check it or drop down and make an option if it doesn't work. It's like, I get that you may have to put, something there before you can put something there. But, like, disable it or gray it out or, it's like, you're messing with me, guys. Let's take a look at this. I'm trying to be the cameraman again. I think I need to feather it. There we go. To where I'm just not like completely rushing into it. Yeah. Just wish that water would load in the background behind it though. Yeah, I think we're gonna take the stairs off. I think it's just necessary evil. I'm sure next stream I'll be throwing them back on there. I kind of considered it being, maybe every other stair. Honestly, this middle circle, I was going to say this middle circle doesn't look bad, but this area right here, it's not great. It's chunky in places where it doesn't need to be chunky, and that's what I'm wondering is, can I... Oops. Okay, so it doesn't eliminate it by doing that. Does it eliminate it by taking it... No, I just think we have to be okay with getting rid of the stairs. All right. Bummer. I feel like I've placed these more often than not. How hot is it today? I haven't been outside at all. 87. Yesterday it was feels like 108 degrees. That was fun. I was outside for maybe 10 minutes max. Feels like 90 right now. 52% humidity. That's way better than it was yesterday, although it is sort of mid-afternoon, so we have a ways that we could go. I think it kind of just snuck up on all of us. It didn't seem like it was one of those things where people were anticipating. You kind of... I went to dinner last night, and you just heard a lot of people like, oh yeah, it got really hot. I'm just like, did it? I'm like, oh, I guess you're right. I guess it did. Oh, what did I do there? Strange. I just when there was a solid block there. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we have a phantom block messing with our visuals here. There we go. Speaking of which, come on the inside. It's a lot easier. Freaked out for a second there. I saw a villager. Forgot that I put him in there. Just watching me. Okay. Come down here. Knock these out. had dinner with a friend that I haven't seen in months, since February, I think. Texted occasionally, but it's a whole different ball game when you can actually sit and have a meal and talk to each other and catch up. See what you want to see. Yeah. Leaner and meaner. Like I said, I feel like it needs some chunk, but I guess one thing I didn't consider is maybe doing it on just the inside. Maybe trying that and see what it looks like. Like that. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Interesting. Or maybe, I'm just going to keep fighting this. No, we tried that, didn't we? That looks even worse. Wow. Stairs. They can be your best friend or they can be your worst enemy. Right now, they're neither. They're neither. Because we're going to call that done. For now. For now. Oh, pregnant pause. This thing looks great. I think this thing looks awesome. So essentially, if we jumped on board this thing. What just happened there? No way. Oh, that's too funny. Oops. So we're sitting down, and when we close it, we're swimming. That's awesome. Splunk. Hopefully nobody takes a nosedive like that. That'd be a bad day. Be a bad day for the park. Huh. What we need to do. No. It was fine the way it was. But yeah, so the whole idea is that when you're in your seat, you can look down and sort of, if you can't stand looking out at the horizon, going up and down like this, you could at least see yourself going up and down here. Added all these end rods and this glowstone. Did make the ball smaller. The ball does look a lot better. You can indeed make a 3. I don't know. Ooh, I'm yawning. Like a 5x5, I guess. 1, 2, no, 7. 7x7. Ultimately, I think is what it ends up being. Yeah, 7. I think I was using 9 before, and it was just so big. It was too big. Still not exactly sure what I'm doing with this ride down here, but it is in place. It is in place. I don't know which blocks I need to break. I don't know. It's something. And this looks a little bit better. But I think it's because of the contrast. I think if I added the quartz in there, I'd hate it. We're not going to go down the circle again. We're going to avert our eyes. This is going to be a restaurant. I just saw this and had an idea. I think this might look cool. Let's see. How would we do that? I was thinking, kind of zoned out there, didn't I? Kind of zoned out there. To where the windows kind of do this sloping down thing. I saw it in my brain when I looked over here, and we'll see if it makes sense doing it this way. Curious. It's different. I like it. No, I was gonna say I'm almost wondering if I should do it the other way, but I think this way works. Haven't settled on if this is a 2-story building or not. I think it's going to. We also need a kitchen. I need to decide what that's going to be. I do also want to make an entrance. So the whole idea of this is that you can go to the restaurant without having to enter the pier. And so you can come off the street, probably be like some live music going on out here. Might do like an elevated stage area so people can kind of just stand around, or if they just want to sort of stand here and listen and have fun. So there'll probably be some sort of fence around this area here. And it's like, hey, I want to check out what's, I want to go right to the pier, or hey, I want to go more into the restaurant. So this will likely be sort of that's a good idea, like a bar sitting area. Although you can't have a bar. Maybe you have a inside bar area for people watching. So like bar stools. We could use what are those things called? Bamboo scaffolding. Man, my wife and I did not sleep well last night. Oh, you know what? And do another bar area here so you're overlooking the band. That's a cool idea. We're going to do it here too. So everyone's kind of looking down onto the band. Yep. We're going to do that. And then do some things here. Ooh, this is a good idea. So maybe make it to where, let's see, glass. Is there a glass that kind of matches this? So the waitresses could come here, or you could, not waitresses, sort of patrons, like if they're down there, they can come up here and get a drink from the bartender that's here. I don't know. We can figure that out. I like having sort of the intricacy of these kind of builds. This whole pier is actually based on a pier in Galveston, Texas. Galveston. What is it called? It's not called the Freedom Pleasure Pier, which is weird. Some onomatopoeia, but yeah, it's kind of got a weird name. And this happens to be the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, but we're going to change that up and make it more local. It's not going to be a chain. It's got this weird thing on the side here, which I haven't quite been able to wrap my head around. I'm going to pull up that picture, though, for myself. Yeah, Galveston Island Historic Pleasure Pier is what it's called. It's in my picture I'm looking at. So so there's the picture I'm referencing would basically have something like that going on, which isn't terrible. But I do like the idea of people coming up and getting their own drinks. Hey, bartender, give me a drink. Yeah, it's more open. And I think the other idea that I have is a skate park kind of over in this area. Or what we might be able to do is, we'll put it over here actually, because it would make sense for this wall to sort of be exposed at a skate park and maybe do some graffiti. I know we're jumping around, but I better dig this out before I forget. Okay, time for commands. Let's do air. Vendeville. Oh, we're going to actually have to build that wall up too. Good to know. Make it our own. That grass was kind of out of place anyways, wasn't it? With it being a beach and all. So we're going to have to dig this out the way it is. Although I guess, no, yeah. It's like we don't need to get rid of this, but we do. Because we want to make it level with the desert. Or the beach. Oh yeah, that's really starting to fill out now. I mean, the fact that, like, from a distance, that Ferris wheel detail is top notch. That thing looks good. I think my eye actually goes to this building, which I think those color combinations is pretty sharp. And then, of course, this building, as you get closer to this building, this is why I wanted this building to have a little bit more detail. You kind of lose everything. But there's just a lot of real estate there that I didn't want to just leave open to a bunch of sand and stuff. So, and I like the idea of it sort of being adjacent. So when you actually kind of look at the pier itself, you know, this is a little bit of an offshoot. Kind of like how this is an inshoot, I suppose, if you wanted to make up a word. This is just a big tarp-like material. This, at this angle, I feel like it looks really weird, and I've never been totally happy with it in the way it looks, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I guess the Santa Monica Pier you can drive on, which I wasn't aware of. There's a portion of it that people will park on, which I found pretty interesting. Also, the word that I can't spell carousel to save my life. So there's that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So there'll be plenty of space for sitting and whatnot. Park benches. I do kind of want some metal ones. But there's really not, you know, anything. I suppose stair. There is this red sandstone that would sort of blend in, although smooth red sandstone would probably be better. But, you know, people come out of the shop, they want to sit. I think here we will use prismarine in one way or the other. It'll be one of these two colors. Maybe both. These colors really complement each other. You know, something like that. Woo. Trapdoor. Let's see. Let's put some oak trapdoors on the sides here. Yes. This might go away. I may put some sort of decoration here, but since it's a weird number, let's wrap around. Yeah, see, so there's a spot there. So let's go ahead and... Ooh, we can't do that. Because if we try to add the trapdoor, it'll hate us. That's fine. Okay. So let's make a longer one. It's a 4-seater. It's a family seater. They can. Let's put a yellow trash can actually. Just liven it up a little bit. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to make this building 2 stories. I think that's the goal. Just kind of imply that someone lives up there. And then is that... Oh, that doesn't work, does it? It's not an even number. Womp womp. That's fine. Let's just do something like that, which we can't. Because of the trapdoors. I placed that pretty poorly. There we go. I kind of like that they're not even either. They're just kind of in weird spots. There's not a whole lot of symmetry there. It's forcing myself out of my comfort zone. There is symmetry here, but that's implied. Whereas when you walk in here, you know, these are actually one more over than I'd like them to be if this wasn't, the number of blocks that building is. Oh yeah, I did put a painting on the side here, didn't we? It's creepy. Yeah, those colors blend in really well. You know, the Pepto-Bismol and the, the marine life. So that's good. It said I've had drop frames this stream, which is interesting. 0.3%, so 536 drop frames so far. Ah, well. We'll make it work. Oh, is it time for a nap? Wow. I was not tired up until I started talking more and more and more and more. We have to cut this short. Throw down some of these guys. Oops. I guess we could put them on the other ones, but it makes more sense to blend them in this way. You know, this place has been around for a while. Got to start writing its history. I'll put one right there. Although, I don't know what this is going to be. Still haven't decided. Wait. Uh-oh. Didn't consider that. Shoot. Well, we can't put them there. Can't put them along here at all. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, there's a couple over here. I would say there's probably going to be a lot more here just because, you know, the maintenance portion of this part is pretty low. I do like the idea of still having it to where people can't walk directly underneath the Ferris wheel, so we'll keep that the way it is. You can walk around this little building here. Again, sneak your way into it. Sneak your way out. Good deal. But yeah, definitely just wanted to get a stream update on the old Ferris wheel here, get that building done, kind of put some touches on some other stuff, especially this guy over here. This will probably change a whole lot by the time we get back. What kind of logs are we using here? Dark oak. Yeah, let's use those over here. So plant that one down. Have one there. Oh, so we'll do one there. Yeah. It's a weird little corner there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect. 1, 2, 6, 7. Yup. That'll do, pig. That will do. That will do. I do want to test some of these transitions, though, so before I call it quits. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and mute my music internally. Be right back. That's awesome. I love that music. But yeah, with that, I think that's going to do it. Short and sweet stream. More testing than anything else. This world will continue being built. Do appreciate those of you that have stopped by real quick to sort of check out what we've been doing here. So until next time, this is JPT. Go play your games, and I'll be seeing you.